Good morning from Lisbon, Portugal. We just got here not too long ago, so we haven't had a chance to see much of the city yet. So today we are going to be taking 5 different modes of transportation to see all of the best sights throughout Lisbon. We booked a tour today with Get Your Guide, and we've just come to the square where we are meeting our guide Flavio, who's going to show us everything today. So this is Flavio. He is an awesome tour guide here in Portugal. The city tours all over Lisbon and Sintra as well, right?
And Cascais, yes.
Cool, he's going to show us the spots today.
We're learning a lot of things today, so we're only going to try and share the things that we find most interesting. One of them being that when the Portuguese first immigrated over to Brazil, they actually claimed that a city in Brazil was the capital of Portugal.
So the first portion of our tour today is the walking tour of Lisbon, which honestly we don't do very often, but I feel like it is a good way to integrate yourself into the city and really get a feel for what it's like.
For more than 100 years.
Next up are the famous Lisbon Trams. These have been running for over 100 years. We're taking this to the top of the city for a nice viewpoint.
We didn't think about pushing a stroller up these hills onto this thing. This could be a challenge. All right, Lennon, let's do this. Whoa. How'd you guys like that?
It's beautiful.
Lennon had a good time. It's hard to tell from that video, but that tram was going straight uphill. We also learned that those trams were built before electricity was around. So in the olden days, they actually had horses pulling those trams around the city.
We have made it to this viewpoint, and this is such a great view of the entire city of Lisbon. And here you can see the castle, which has a ton of history that I'm not going to totally dive into. Basically, it made Lisbon a part of Portugal once it was conquered.
And right behind the castle is the largest church in Portugal. You like the cobblestone, Lennon? The benefit of going up on the tram is now we have a nice downhill walk back to the city. We are at the São Roque Church, which the Pope actually called the most valuable church in the world because everything inside, all of the paintings, the mosaics, they look like they're paint, but they're actually built with microstones. And so this church took hundreds and hundreds of years to build. And it is just absolutely beautiful inside. Hey Lennon, we're supposed to be reverent inside the church. I think because it's so quiet, he likes making that noise, especially with the echo. So these are the most famous pastry in Portugal. We've come to a little pastry shop here. It's part of the tour, and this is just an egg custard. So they mix egg yolks and sugar and put it inside of a little croissant cup. Let's give it a try. I had a few of these at our hotel breakfast, but this blows it out of the water. That custard is so good. €1 for that.
Lennon, do you like it? Lennon basically never has sugar, but he just got handed a little bit of a custard tart from Jordan, so I guess when's a better time than in Portugal?
He's being really good, he deserved it.
Behind me is the oldest library in the world. If you go and buy a book there, they will stamp it, certifying it as purchased from the oldest library in the world. So obviously we need to do that as a book lover. Are you refusing to walk? That's very not like you.
He wants to be held. which is okay.
Our guide is the one pushing our stroller right now. So,
What a guy. What a guide.
What a guide. 5 stars, 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
This is really cool. There are just cafes all along this road in the middle of the road. Cool part. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now we are seeing Lisbon via boat. Real quick, before we hop on the boat, I want to say a huge thank you to Get Your Guide for sponsoring this video. We took our first tour with Get Your Guide in 2019 in Jordan. We had a guided tour through Petra and it was an incredible experience. We have been booking excursions with them ever since. Get Your Guide offers 60,000 experiences in 3,600 locations worldwide. The best part is the tour guides are all locals who know the area well. Booking is quick and easy inside the app and tours can be confirmed in just a few minutes. Check out the link in my bio to book your next tour with Get Your Guide. Now back to the boat in Lisbon. Lennon's making me poker. This is a nice break from the sun to get out here on the shaded boat, have some wind. Also, this bridge right behind us is the longest bridge in Europe, 14 kilometers long. Oh, thanks, buddy. Go get Mama.
Mama? We did it.
This tower that's right behind me was built in the 15th century as a lookout tower to protect the city from intruders. The holes in the bottom and the side is where they put cannons out and would shoot at ships that would come to invade. So Lisbon is separated by the Tagus River, which is the river we were just cruising on. On the other side of the river is another city, and we saw some really cool stuff along the way. The Christ the Redeemer statue is modeled after the one in Rio, and the bridge looks just like the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. So we've come to a different part of Lisbon now called Belém, and I think now we are heading to what is going to be the coolest part of this whole tour. This counts as a form of transportation.
Yes.
Holy cow, there it is.
Our 5th and final mode of transportation. When Jordan listed off 5, I counted car, tram, boat, helicopter. I didn't know that the first one was my feet. But I like this one the most, I think.
We took our first helicopter ride last week in Ireland and loved it so much that we wanted to book it again here.
The only unfortunate part is that Lennon can't come on this one. So I'm going solo. I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
It was beautiful. Last time we didn't go over the water.
It was a nice, short but sweet helicopter ride. It was kind of cool seeing the same sights we just saw on the boat, but from a different angle, get a new perspective of it.
Sure.
Okay.
It has been a long day of exploring and we are all starving. So as soon as we got dropped off, we just picked the first restaurant we could see. We have come to an Italian restaurant for lunch. So don't judge us for eating Italian food in Portugal, but it actually looks really good.
It is really good.
We were both getting a little hangry.
Was I?
How's the food, buddy? We got you a focaccia sandwich. No longer hangry.
Dumb.